Brittany, here's how I know that law enforcement can respond differently. I watched what happened in Lafayette Square when the president and members of his cabinet staff and family wanted to go across the street, hold a Bible aloft, and have a photo op in front of a burned-out church basement. So I'll ask you the question this way. How do you think police would have responded differently had this been a Black Lives Matter protest?
I don't have to think, I know. I remember in 2014 when the police declared it illegal to stand still with their 5-second rule. So we literally walked in circles. We certainly would never have been allowed to storm a federal building. I was one of many people who was a defendant on a case that has now been thrown out, but I was accused of inciting a riot in Baton Rouge during the peaceful protest after the killing of Alton Sterling. I was accused of inciting a riot that I did not incite because it wasn't a riot. And yet we've got people standing tonight on the floor of the U.S. Capitol who in fact incited a riot, an insurrection, and a violent mob, and they are taking the microphone as if nothing has occurred. This is due to the complicity of elected officials, of appointed officials, of media platforms, certainly of law enforcement that, to be clear, did not just stand by while these things happened and provided, as was said, an unprofessional response. We have video of several law enforcement officers actually encouraging, participating, and permitting these activities, opening barricades, taking selfies with these insurrectionists. We have to be very, very precise here about exactly what happened. It wasn't just that the police stood by and did nothing, is that some of them actually encouraged and participated in activity that was a direct violation of the Constitution and was a clear example of domestic terrorism. You know, Brian, I think we use words a lot and we don't always make sure that we're clear about precisely what they mean. This is the literal example of white supremacy. What does white supremacy mean? It means that white people believe that they have dominion over everybody and dominion over everything, that they are in fact supreme. So we saw a group of white people, of white supremacists here, thinking that they own a country that they colonized, and therefore they can do whatever they want with it. They think they can storm any building in that country because they believe they own it. They think that they can erect a noose on the side of a building that was built by enslaved Africans in America because they think they have full permission to do so, and did so on camera because they knew the police would do nothing about it. But they do not own this country. They do not own democracy. They don't own us. They are tragically confused, and we will not be intimidated despite the fact that the police did not hold the line today.